She's going to be a little bit moody. You know, she starts out pretty mellow and calm, and then the clouds build. She gets a little bit angry. You'll see storms off in the distance, fairly indicative of this summertime monsoon pattern here in southern Colorado. Right now, here's a check of those current out-the-door temperatures. We have 52 on the map in Woodland Park, down to the upper 40s in Cripple Creek. 63 at the Springs Airport, 59 the current temperature for our friends in Black Forest. Here's a look at those temperatures across the rest of southern Colorado, some upper 60s and lower 70s for our friends out in the eastern plains. 48 in Westcliff, 55 Alamosa, 66 current temperature in Canyon City. Let's get right to that forecast. Much like what we saw yesterday, the heat, the big story, as well as those scattered afternoon showers and storms. Now, not everyone gets wet, but you want to keep an eye on the sky, the First Alert 5 weather app, as we do have the potential for some of those scattered showers and storms. Some could bring some very gusty winds, lots of lightning, small hail, some heavy rainfall, even some marginally severe storms not out of the question through the afternoon hours. All being generated by the North American monsoon. It's an influx in moisture due to a change in the seasonal wind pattern we see this time of the year. So once we get that shift in the wind, you'll tap into moisture from a few sources, including the Gulf of Mexico, Gulf of California, the Mexican Plateau, as well as the Eastern Pacific. And it's expected to be quite active here, at least for the next 5 to 7 days. So let's see what that means for today's forecast. Again, pretty dry, pretty quiet early. Anytime between about noon and 1, storms begin to fire off in the mountains. Everything that develops out west is going to move off to the east. So that means here in the Springs, starting to see some of those rain showers between about 2 and 3 o'clock. All of that moves east into a more favorable environment for maybe some larger hail out across the far east plains. Not a big severe weather risk day, but a few of those storms again could reach severe criteria with hail up to 1 inch in diameter, gusts around 60 miles per hour, but it's really only a level 1 risk, which means we're not overly concerned with any large damaging hail today. Again, inch hail, it meets that severe criteria, but it's really not big enough to do damage, at least to our homes and automobiles. Highs today right around 100 in Pueblo, 97 Canyon City, 91 Salida, 92 in the Springs. Little change through the upcoming weekend, although we should cool slightly by Saturday with a high of 89 and see maybe a few less thunderstorms as that monsoon plume shifts a little farther west, and perhaps a bigger cool down way out towards the end of the 7-day period. For Pueblo, I've got upper 90s, triple digits, not only today and tomorrow, but through the upcoming weekend and into early next week. Maybe a couple of dry days heading your way Sunday to Monday. Canyon City, a daily threat of showers and storms. Monsoon pattern not typically severe oriented, more so rain, thunderstorms. Think of it that way as opposed to that large hail threat. That's what we'll continue to see each and every day in Woodland Park, with highs still in the 80s all the way through early next week.